Hello, everyone. Welcome to the serial lectures on traditional Chinese culture. This is Wang Qian, wishing you happiness and good health from Ljubljana, Slovenia. We have a series of 19 lectures showing the highlights of traditional Chinese culture. Here is the outline. So, join me and together let's probe into the treasure house of traditional Chinese culture. China is reputed as the single oldest uninterrupted civilization in the world. In the long course of historical development, Chinese people have created a treasure house of traditional culture. And the open sesame, or the key to this treasure house, is harmony and symbolism. So the first introductory lecture is concerned with harmony and symbolism. From the second to the fifth lecture, we will probe into the three ideological streams of China: Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism. Confucianism is the root of traditional Chinese ideology. The lofty ideal is to enter the world. Classic of Changes is the #1 book of Confucianism. Heaven moves constantly. Man strives unceasingly. The judgment is really inspiring. Buddhism was introduced into China in the 1st century. Buddhism is the pursuit of wisdom, facing the despondent secular world with a smile. Taoism is the only indigenous religion of China, the native religion. The greatest virtue is like water. The lofty ideal is to escape the world, to be detached and secluded. From the 6th to the 9th lecture, we shall appreciate the 4 national paths, namely martial arts, traditional Chinese medicine, Beijing opera, and calligraphy. Chinese Kung Fu is terrific, and we have martial arts, martial ethics, and martial artistry. Tai Chi, also known as shadow boxing, is the Chinese martial art. Shadow boxing draws the elegant circles of life so as to turn exterior circles of energy into interior circles of energy. Traditional Chinese medicine is very holistic. We have 4 methods of diagnosis, feeling the pulse of life. As to treatment, besides herbal medicine, we have acupuncture and moxibustion, massage, cupping, and scraping. Beijing opera presents the beauty of a virtual world. Symbolism is essential. Symbolism works in Beijing opera, and the painted facial patterns have almost become the emblem of Chinese culture. Calligraphy is regarded in China as the art of writing, evolving from oracles on tortoise shells or beast bones to inscriptions on bronze objects, giant seal character, lesser seal character, clerical script, regular script, cursive hand, and running hand. We may appreciate the poetic symbols of Chinese characters and the flying strokes of calligraphy. Many foreigners would like to buy products which are typically Chinese. What are the typically Chinese products? Tea, silk, and porcelain. So from the 10th to the 12th lecture, we shall work on Chinese tea, silk, and porcelain. China is the homeland of tea. Tea in China falls into several categories: green, black, oolong, jasmine, and brick tea. Oolong tea is half fermented, which can keep people fit and slim, and brick tea is tightly pressed. Imagine the leisurely scene of making aromatic tea with freshly collected snow while reading. Isn't it poetic? Silkworm breeding, embroidery, and the Silk Road are fascinating. We shall explore how the silkworm, known as delicate baby in China, was venturing into the Silk Road. The country and porcelain share the same word, China. Porcelain is the calling card of China, such as blue and white porcelain, famille rose, celadon, white porcelain, crackleware, overglazed and underglazed ware. There is a saying, poetically perched on the globe. From the 13th to the 16th lecture, we will get to know the poetic life of Chinese people and appreciate traditional costumes, Chinese cuisine, ancient architecture, and traditional festivals. Traditional Chinese costumes are hierarchical yet graceful. We have Changsan, Tang-style apparel, Chinese tunic suit, and wax printing. Chinese culinary art is creative and stylistic. We have 8 regional cuisines, and the pock-marked woman's bean curd, Beijing roast duck, and beggar's chicken are really delicious. The unmistakable characteristics of ancient Chinese architecture include timber structure, north-south central axis, massive curved roof and terrace, and exquisite decoration. There is the saying, heaven covers and earth carries. The terrace represents the earth, and the roof symbolizes the heaven. Thus, we come to the recurrent theme of ancient Chinese philosophy, a complete harmony between man and nature. Traditional Chinese festivals are deeply rooted in the farming culture, including Spring Festival, Lantern Festival, Pure Brightness, Double Fifth Festival, Double Seventh Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival, Double Ninth Festival, Winter Solstice, and the La Ba Festival. people become extremely homesick on festive occasions. The artistic achievements are great, and from the 17th to the 19th lecture, we may appreciate Chinese ink painting, bronzeware, and classical gardens. Chinese ink painting, ink and wash, is rather unique. Using the writing brush, black ink on snow-white Xuan paper, sometimes just 2 chickens and 3 cucumbers in the corners, while the rest of the tableau is blank. Making the form show the spirit. Artistic conception is most important. Ancient bronzeware was the testimony to the brilliant civilization of the Bronze Age. Bronze articles were mostly made as sacrificial vessels used in ritual ceremonies held by imperial and aristocratic families who worshipped heaven and earth. Galloping horse overtaking a flying swallow is the emblem, is the symbol of China tourism, showing the spiritual essence in bronzeware. Chinese classical gardens are free, detached, and secluded, falling into 4 categories of imperial garden, private garden, landscape garden, and temple garden. A winding path may lead to places of seclusion. So much for the brief introduction. Looking forward to your participation. Thank you very much.